What is going on? Welcome to another episode of Maho Radio, the only anime radio show in all the known world universe. On YouTube, on Spotify, catch us on Twitch to Crash Out King DN. I am your host, that's right, DN, formerly known as Director Nasty, the one behind the cam, and we're gonna get started with today's Maho Radio. For those of y'all who don't know, we are live on Twitch, and of course, we're gonna jump into the first segment. Just the tip. Remember, if anytime you want to call in, exclamation point Discord in the Twitch chat, or look in the link in the description, you can join the Discord so you can call in. We're live every Monday night around 10 Eastern. Give or take a few minutes because, you know, sometimes things happen. With that being said, we're jumping right into the first segment, just the tip. And the first tip we're jumping on today, oh no, that's the wrong thing. First tip we're jumping on today. Where's my goddamn things? There we go. First tip we're jumping on today is ARfuieta. Came back with another fire episode. I was wholly unprepared for the level of disrespect that the Empire has for these beast people. Now, I'm going to use a very weird euphemism. So Shea is a beast person. She's riding with the hero. By all normal standards in certain areas and cultures, Shea would be under protection of the hero. Thus, the same respect the hero is extended, Shea, the beast person, would also be extended because she's with the hero. No, not in this empire. This empire is so not shit. The hero's right in front of them, and they're still trying to take his beast friend as a slave. Like, it's literally insane. There's no extendo protecto. Zero. And I'm not calling out no Harry Potter spell either. I'm talking about general respect. He was going to snatch Shea right in front of her party members. I was waiting for Hajime to pop off and just give him an 0-1-2, but he didn't even do all that. He played it real cool because he was like, yeah. You just don't know your place yet. Wait until I make you prostrate yourself. Then you're going to know what's good. 2 fingers for the exam, no lube. Hajime and crew, they got exposed immediately by the Emperor. I thought it was interesting. They really set up the dynamic that this Emperor, yeah, he's not just there because, you know, he happened to be the strongest. He's bold, he's smart, and he's not afraid to show his hands and then just go to war. And he was with the shits, bro. He was just with the shits. So Hajime was trying to hide, trying to, you know, be all low-key and stuff. He's like, you could drop the act, bro. I know you disrespectful as hell. All my peoples and did the research and already told me how you roll. And we couldn't hide the left hand from the right. So everything was pretty much out in the open, which on one level is actually really good because then you already know how he's going to operate and you can counter plan it because he's not going to hide what he's trying to do. But on the other hand, it's like, yeah, if you're this bold, what else would you pull off? So it's kind of here and there. Poor princess, though, she got bodied not only early on in her meeting, she also got bodied later on by that slimy ass prince. That ass prince. That man is gross, bro. Anybody who says, yeah, it's better when they don't like it, you're not a good person. And you're not going to convince me you're going to have some crazy good plot twist or turn of character all of a sudden. If there's one thing that ARfuieta does well, the trash characters tend to just stay trash. And there's something about that I thoroughly enjoy because once they get their comeuppance, I don't gotta feel bad about them. I don't gotta hear about no fucking swing set story. I don't gotta be like, oh, I have to see where they're coming from. No, you're trash, bro. And you get treated as such. But you know, Hajime couldn't let that girl go out like that. She helped him one too many damn times, and good on him. I'm excited to see what the beast people are gonna do when they run up on this empire. I know it's gonna happen at this little party, this little gathering, the wedding we're going to. And honestly, whatever happens to this empire, I'm with the shits. Let it ride. Roll the dice, baby. Cause fuck them. I really hope they actually lop some tops off. I want to see a bunch of convertibles in that empire, but we'll see how far it gets. What do you have to do in this mediocrity to really show them that you're to be seen on an equal level? And I don't think, and it's one of those things like they kind of already know it's just a handful of them are that great, and they want to see if they can whip the other ones into shape. No colonizing stuff though, no colonizing stuff. But I'm interested to see where they go with it. The next tip we're jumping on is, of course, motherfucking ReZero. Another banger ass episode, of course, again. Amelia not knowing what being a virgin is was a plot twist I just wasn't ready for. I was like, of course she's gonna be like she's a virgin, she's not a virgin. She's like, a virgin? What's that? And this man's like, Subarashi! Of course you're untouched by the world. You're so untouched you don't even know what it means to be touched, whether you've been touched or not. I was like, that's fucking crazy. This boy's about to be he's about to take that cherry. He's gonna tie that stem with his tongue. Yeah. I didn't like the state of which he kept his shotties. I don't know his numbering system for the wives, but I'm gonna say that it's not a good one. I wonder if I personally look at it like every morning he wakes up and he has like a draft board of all the shotties that is currently under his domain, and he's like, I don't know, man. Yesterday, number 68 pissed me off. I'm moving her ass to 122. I'll put 122 on 121. Everybody move up one, but 68 goes back. And he knows all the hoes by their numbers, but not by their names, which would be a crazy concept to consider. But because he's greedy, it just makes sense he'll devour all the shawties and still have an understanding of them. But at the same time, I'm not rooting for his ass. I actually don't like his ass at all. I wish nothing but the worst for him, because the faces he makes just make me want to. Ugh, it's terrible, bro. Subaru and Crush were putting in work, but they got bodied. The switcheroo in that room I was just not prepared for it. I should have known something was wrong when the dragon wasn't talking shit. But it was like fuck it, it's on site. We ain't here. We throwing hands. And it was bad, bro. It went really bad. Pro Crush got stepped on, got her chestises all wrinkled up with some toe action. It was atrocious. Who would want to see such a thing? My virgin eyes. Oh, Jesus. I wish I was like Amelia. I didn't even know what it was. I want to know what's going on with the Felt and Reinhardt story. Because clearly they're building something up on that side. With Reinhardt, his daddy, I understand there's friction there. What Felt has to do with it, I don't quite understand. I'm waiting to see how they come into play later. Because we already saw what happened when you called Reinhardt to the battlefield. It didn't go well. It didn't end right. So now he's off on the side quest, and it doesn't look like there's much cooking over there, but ReZero never shows you anything for no reason. Is that a sentence? Is that a good sentence? That is a good sentence. A very good sentence indeed. So yeah, I'm interested to know what they're going to do with that. It seems like they're getting some supplies. They're about running into some other people. So I want to know what's happening with that. The Lust Talk no Jutsu was honestly truly fire. I feel like in a sense, the way she was pressing Subaru, I feel like she was holding a mirror up to him and saying like, you act like you stand for all this shit, but really you kind of fucking don't. You opened the door, you saw the people turned into flies, and all of a sudden they were gross and ugly to you. What if I did the same to your Amelia? Would your love still hold strong? Is your love truly unconditional? She's like, I don't think it is. I think you feel a lust. I think you're impure. I think you're very topical, and that's not your bitch. And I was just like, oh my God. Yo, she might be spitting at him. Because you never know. You know, they say you fall in love with somebody's souls or don't judge a book by its cover. But if we didn't judge books by their covers, why do we have book covers? Okay, I'm not gonna lie. As soon as I said that one, I was like, that's a bar, but that's a weak fucking bar. That's like a bar made from fucking toothpicks. Like, you're gonna take one seat at it and that thing's gonna break. So we're gonna leave that one right where it is though. But I did like what she was saying, that, you know, love is a fickle sensation, but lust lasts eternal, because when you lust after something, you want it until you can't get it, or until you get it, or until you stop lusting after it. And in her talk no jutsu, somehow that's a more pure form than love. I think she's full of shit a little bit, but I do like that she pressed Subaru on his feelings of Amelia. It was definitely like, yeah, get his ass, but girl, you fucking crazy. Realizing at the end of the episode that the dragon was not lust, but the dragon, because we saw the hostages were turned into flies, so the dragon was somebody that she turned into a fucking dragon. So it explains why when they crashed in, they started piecing up the dragon went down quick. The dragon was roaring and not talking, and it made me realize in hindsight, yo, that dragon was like yelling out for help or telling them to run, or like, it's not her, it's me. And then the dragon got bodied fucking quick. But that was their homeboy. And we also know, because later on, after Subaru gets pressed, cut, and slapped, the dragon's flying off and helping them. It's like, so my question is, Who the fuck is the dragon, bro? I'm excited to see the next episode because I need to know who the fuck the dragon is. I want to know who it is. I'm almost positive it's somebody we know. My shot in the dark, it's gonna be 1 out of 10. It's gonna be like 1 out of 10 of the council member people, or it's gonna be, oh my god, yo, what if it's Garth's mama's? What if it's Garth's stepdad? Ooh, yeah, that's my shot in the dark. It's Garth's stepdaddy, bro. Oh shit. I'm today years old where I put enough information together from the previous episodes. Yo, yo, crazy fucking work. Damn, damn, damn. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it right there at ReZero. That's just my tip. That's all I got. No more meat. You remember Subaru's room in the old world was filled with white haired shawties? Oh, lusting after them. Facts. Next tip we're jumping on is the bleach tip. Because you know what time it is. I'm trying to put this tip on Hime, bro. Aizen continues to be disgusted with the progress of Soul Society and their inability to really put down these filthy quinchies for once and for all. I love that when Yahubawa's eye animals started coming through. Yo, the Soul Reapers got the box and quit. Some people got ate up quick, but Kaku's out here doing his thing. You know, the 69 captain was doing his thing. Everybody was trying. But at the end of the day, Aizen's the one who came out. He was like, do all y'all know how to do is hack and slash? I heard they said we got no sword choreography, and I'm here to remind y'all that, yeah, we do got some sword choreography, but you don't always have to rely on it. One of my favorite things, I'm not gonna lie to you, the more I talk, the more I realize Aizen might be my favorite character. And it's for two reasons. One, he's thuggin', and I love his VA. Two, he is one of the few Soul Reapers who uses the Hadals, bro. This man he uses everything at his disposal when he fights. He's gonna hit you with spiritual pressure. He's gonna use his sword, and if all else fails, he's gonna hit you with Hadou number 90, Hadou number 72. He's gonna hit you with some fucking Maho. The Soul Reaper Maho is so underused. I'm telling you, I already know. If I was a Soul Reaper, I would be using Hados like there's no Hados, Kados, all them dodos. I'm using all of them like a motherfucker. I'm gonna have a whole spell book, bro. I'm gonna hit niggas with 3, 6, and then a 22. Then I don't even know what the fuck I just did to them. And I'm gonna come through with the sword. Oh my god, I'm fucking them up. But yeah, Aizen pulled up and he just basically cleared. He low diffed all the entire wave of the eyes with his spiritual pressure alone. And I love the talk between him and Shinshui where Aizen's like, yeah, you should let me out of these confines so I can help you guys. And Shinshui is like, I don't have to let you out of the confines for you to get your help. Your ego is going to save us because you're not going to let these things do what you've been wanting to do. You're going to stop this. So just sit over there and do what I asked you to do, stupid. It was a beautiful moment. I love that their dynamic. It's always a push and pull, push and pull. And Shinshui is continually showing Aizen that's like, you can try, but we're not going to let you. Matter of fact, shout out to all the captains, especially Captain Mayuri, because Aizen was like, you know what? We don't have to go to the palace. I'm going to bring the palace down here and try to shoot off his fucking spiritual pressure to knock down the palace. And Mayuri was like, bitch, you thought? He's like, you use as much spiritual pressure as I allow you to use. The goal isn't to restrict your spiritual pressure, it's to keep it as close to you as possible. And by this little dial, I'm gonna shut your shit down. Aizen tried the flex, got shut down multiple times. I absolutely loved it. I absolutely fucking loved it. It was a good ass part of the episode. The hollows and leftover Quincy's jumping in to help the Soul Reapers. It is surprising, but the foreshadowing is already there for you to witness. You don't have to overthink it. You don't have to be like, why are they doing this? It's very well wrote out. The leftover Quincy's, if they weren't strong enough, they would have got sucked into Yabuaya. They didn't want that to happen. They didn't like it happen to their homies. Easy. Yeah, let's go sneak them. The Hollows pulling up makes sense. When it was Soul Reapers versus Hollows, it was all good. It was like, little skirmishes. Quincy's took over, enslavement. Instant enslavement and destruction of Hueco Mundo. So yeah, of course they're gonna want to get back on the Quincy's too. Makes motherfucking sense. So it's one of those things where it's like, some people will say this is an ass pull. I will say, if you think what's happening in Bleach right now is an ass pull, you need to go rewatch Bleach. Or better yet, go buy the manga set and read that shit so you could really burn into your brain. Because everything that's happening right now, it was foretold, it was foreseen. We already know. You're just operating in my plan. It's all part of Aizen, son. Y'all ain't know? It's Aizen, nigga! I don't know why. I just love saying that. But yeah, Bleach. Oh, and then in this episode, they brought back the comedy. They brought back the music. It was firing on all cylinders. Dope ass episode, man. A dope ass episode of Bleach. And I just look forward to the continued awesomeness that they're providing us. Props to Shinchu for standing as close to Aizen as he was. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. Yes. He's just ready for the smoke. I personally think, and I love that, and I love there was a moment where when that thing happened to Aizen, I don't want to spoil everything for y'all. When that thing happened to Aizen's like, oh no, I was over 5 minutes. Why did you take the opportunity to kill me? And Shinchu is like, you think I'm stupid? It's like, what? We're like, whoa. Why would you think I'll take that opportunity to kill you? You're worth more to me alive right now than dead. I'll kill your ass later, bro. I ain't worried about you right now. I definitely like that. I definitely liked it. And then when I let the Shizuku post go, when he's on, yes. Next tip we're rocking is danmachi. Oh my God. This episode, I ain't gonna lie, this whole episode threw me for a loop, but like in the best way possible. Poor Hestia tried everything to hold on to her man, bro. She did everything she fucking could and can, bro, and still got low diffed into an ass whooping. Matter of fact, the whole familia got ran. But like it's not even, it wasn't even like, oh, they got into a skirmish, they got into a fight. It was an ass whooping. An ass whooping. It's like you got straight ass and you came home and your mom beat you and she said, wait for your daddy to come home, and your daddy jumped in on an ass whooping too. It was crazy how quick that everybody was just eliminated. And it's one of those things like the Hestia family is so nice and so pure that I understand that they question it. Like, what are you guys doing? I thought, like, what? Why would you guys do this? Like, they're asking questions, and the Freya family is not answering no questions. Your questions are being answered with hands, purest form of hands, and they're not shy about jumping you either. There was like a 4-on-2 at one point. Poor Aisha, bro, got jumped. Harame got waxed, bro. It was ruthless. It was honestly ruthless. When Freya said that she was taking the gloves off, I understood that she meant that her pursuit would now be like unfeathered by whatever Hestia wanted. I just couldn't imagine that she would go full crash out mode. You know when they say 0 to 100, nigga, real quick? She literally went 0 to like 558. She's just skipped everything. I think Hermes said it. She literally went to her last resort as her first resort. I think that's a Kanye bar too. It was insane the level she was going through. It's like somebody's like, okay, you hit your friend and they hit you back. Like, all right, I'm gonna hit you for real this time, and she shot her. That's how I view it. I do think Freya definitely sullied herself by just going full crash out, mind controlling everybody. But on her end though, not giving them the plot against her was actually a genius play. Because I know she was being plotted against. Y'all know she was being plotted against. She's like 6 months? Fuck that. I'm not waiting 6 months. I'm not giving y'all 6 months to figure this out. I'm getting that boy right now. Ooh, pause. Pause. That's crazy. That's crazy. You know who I'm really looking at funnier than I'm looking at the Freya Familia way worse than I'm looking at Freya. Freya is a goddess. I can understand her motives, why she thinks what she's doing is why she understands the gravity of what she's doing, and she told Tessie, I'll send your ass to heaven. I don't give a fuck. The Freya Familia, their loyalty ties are kind of fucking insane. That they don't even like Belle. From my understanding, they're all in love with Freya, but they accept being at her servitude and operate in her best interest at all times. None of them like Belle, but because they love Freya so much, they're willing to go along with this plan and prop him up as the best of them. And it's just, I'm just looking at them funny. I don't even know what to say about it. Like the devotion and loyalty is kind of something to be admired on one hand, but on the other hand, it's like, y'all need Jesus, bro. Yeah. And yeah, it's just weird. But yeah, Danmachi also firing all cylinders, but goddamn, Freya, you went too far, girl. You done went too motherfucking far. They showed how bitch made they were. Yeah, they did. The next tip we're jumping on is dan 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 dan. Yeah. So Dan and Dan comes through with an episode that I just did not expect, but it was beautiful. It was such a wholesome, like the first like 15 minutes of episode was just fucking wholesome. It's literally just like Okarun and Momo just longing for each other, really trying to figure out where their friendship or how deep or what level their friendship is at. Okarun having the insecurity of like, oh yeah, I'm waiting for her. I see her and I don't know if I should say hi to her. And then he kind of like is just gonna walk by and ignore her. And Momo once again just breaks through all that shit and says, hey, loser, good morning. By the way, you're late. Make sure you show up on time. So now they have a morning routine. Meet up at the front gate. It's fucking beautiful. But then they didn't have lunch plans. So they just kept missing each other, looking for each other. It was so fucking wholesome, bro. I don't know why. I don't know why it hits me. Cause you know why? Do you know why? I've been Okarun and I've had my Momo. I've never. I don't think I told y'all the story, but in fifth grade, I had a Momo, bro. I was very much Okarun. I got put into a different classroom. All my friends were in one class. I was in another class. I didn't know anybody in that new class. And there was just a girl who just one day was like, yeah, come play with us. And I was like, okay, bet. And then every day after that, we just chilled. It was amazing. And like in my mind, I was just like, yeah, oh, whatever. It's pity. Or I was just like, I'm still new here. I don't know anybody. But every day she looked forward to seeing me, bro, and she just made class comfortable and I just made friends in my new classroom. It was fucking amazing. So that's why every time I see this Dan to Dan plot line going, it's beautiful. Like it don't even have to mean nothing. It doesn't have to be any deeper than like sometimes that loner just wants one friend and that one friend is like, I'm not gonna let you do your loner shit. Come on, you're coming with me. Every introvert needs their extrovert to drag them along. Um, I like that they always go through confronting their insecurities, then they start boxing, and then they apologize to each other, and then we just kind of keep moving on. I was actually surprised at Momo's friends. Momo's friends, when she was like really like when they were in the confrontation part, and he was like, "Yo, I need to talk to you," and she was kind of being cold to him. They're like, damn, Momo, like, don't do him like that. And Okarun's like over here, like, I don't want to say professing, but he's like really trying to get her attention. And like, you got this otaku kid. I'm like, oh, I'm like, actually, these friends are kind of nice. And then even at the accidental teeth crashing kiss, they're like, y'all kissed. And they're like, no, we didn't. And they're like, yo, they belong together. I love it. It's just wholesome goodness, bro. Absolutely wholesome goodness. Now, to the meat of the next part that's slightly toxic. This Akira bit, this Akira girl, I actually don't hate her that much. I understand that what she was doing was classic mean girl tactics. However, there's one line in what she said that I was like, you're kind of mean, but but what you're doing, I'm not mad at it. She's like, is it so wrong that I'm giving him hope and thinking that he could get with a girl like me? She's like, he has no chance, of course, but giving him that hope means something. And I was like, honestly, that's the same reason Superman wears an S on his chest. I was like, she's kind of spitting, but then she goes back into calling him all kinds of names and shit. And then, of course, best girl Momo had to step in and give her what she had coming. But I see that online, she's getting a whole lot of fucking hate. Like, people are already hating her. And I'm like, off of that one interaction, I don't hate her yet. Was it a little bit bitchy? For sure. Do I hate her for it? Nah, not really. Not yet, at least. Not yet. And of course, the sauce at the end where Turbo Baba is not completely gone and she has his nuts. Or, excuse me, she doesn't have his nuts. She had his nuts and lost said nuts. And we don't know where the nuts are. But at least we knocked her out of him, and he still has a little bit of access to the power, which is pretty fucking dope. I hope there is a scenario where Okarun can both get his weenie and his pickles back. Weenies and his pickles. His weenie and his olives back, but also keep the power from Turbo Baba. And honestly, I hope Turbo Baba stays with the crew, bro. I really hope she stays with the crew. Because I ain't gonna lie, her in that cat body is fucking hilarious. It's absolutely fucking hilarious. The VA was actually killing it too. It was pretty dope. So hope he gets the olives back with the two branches with the branch. But I also hope he gets to keep the power because, like, what's the point of having a girl, a friend with powers and you don't have any? I almost said girlfriend. That's why those type the nice ones that don't move the plot. See, there you need a mean girl like Momo to bridge that gap. Nah, I got me a nice one. I'm good. All right, next tip we're jumping on is Blue Lock. Okay, we're gonna address the elephant in the room on Blue Lock very early. Yes, it was another slideshow simulator. Yes, I did see the trailer for the under 20 game, and it's slideshow simulator again. No, I'm not happy. Y'all lied to me. Well, not y'all in particular, but the community said that they're saving that. Oh, only the first part of the season is gonna be a Microsoft PowerPoint because they're saving all the animation for the under 20 game. Y'all lied. From the trailer, it looks like ain't nothing. And in the last couple weeks, I've seen animators on Twitter coming out to say we animated Blue Lock, and then the production team said, yeah, we're not doing this, and just straight up changed it. Like the one thing I keep saying about Blue Lock, the art is fantastic, but it is a slideshow. The story is still hitting, but it's on a slideshow. I'm hoping they do something different. I'm praying that maybe it's one last troll with the trailer being a slideshow, but I need them to start animating again. I do. The only thing they have going for them is that the story's fucking cooking right now. The story is absolutely cooking. Oh, excuse me. Isagi did get picked as 11. They called him the missing puzzle piece to be the perfect shadow for Rin, and I 1000% agree. He was the only one able to actually coexist and subjugate to get a goal. He's still working on duplicating that process, but Isagi did exactly what Ego wanted him to do. And I think that's the best part of it. Isagi's getting rewarded for his work. And him being the shadow to Rin, it sounds like a diss, but it's actually not a diss. It's a massive compliment. Because, like, to even say you're playing in anybody's shadow, it means you're right on their ass. You're hot on their tail. You're right on the precipice of going from the shadow to the shadow maker. It's like when you say a large set of shoes to fill, you're almost about to fill them bitches. I have faith he can cross that line and really become what Ren has failed to do. Because in my humble opinion, I don't believe Ren at all has evolved while in Blue Lock. I believe Ren came into Blue Lock as a more complete player, and so he hasn't had to do any of these evolutions or learn any of these lessons. Isagi came in with nothing but pure potential, and he is currently living up to that potential and exceeding that potential. Whereas I feel like Ren is very much like he came in at one and he's just stayed at one. And people below him are like bouncing up and down, catching up and falling behind. Sagi's just catching the fuck up, but Ren is still going across as far as I'm concerned. I don't know if he's had a moment of growth in Blue Lock whatsoever. And if he has had a moment of growth, it hasn't been depicted yet. So I'd be interested to know if this is one of those things the manga is leaving out that we won't know because or the anime is leaving out, but the manga depicts it that Ren has gotten his upgrades and has put in the work, or has Ren just been, for lack of a better term, cruising through Blue Lock? Because that's what I thought was kind of happening. That's what I thought was kind of happening. The other nine who got chosen for the under 20 game, I'm not actually surprised. Everybody they announced and what they're supposed to do just absolutely fucking makes sense. Shido not being included, Shido being the person that Rin's brother wanted, blows my fucking mind. By the way, I still think I might have read something wrong. I don't know if Rin's brother said he wanted somebody specific from Blue Lock, or if he said I'll take somebody from Blue Lock, and Eagle's like y'all can have Shido. That's what I want to know. That's one of the pieces of dialogue I might have missed or I might be misunderstanding. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see how that goes. I love the talk that the lesson Ego gave about the flow state when it came to being in the game, because the flow state is something that a lot of people aren't really exposed to or understand. But if you've ever played sports, whether individual or team sports, or if you're into gaming that requires high level of focus and a lot of parallel processing of your mind at once, everybody knows there's a flow state. There's an optimal level you hit where everything is just going right for you. Everything you've practiced is going, all your reads are correct, your reactions are on point, and you feel like you can do no wrong. I love it. I can count on one hand the number of times I've hit the flow state in the last year playing basketball. And I'm telling you, the days when I'm in the flow state, oh my God, I am unstoppable. When my dribbles are on point, my shooting's on point, my decision making's on point, my passing is on point. I feel unfucking stoppable. There's times where I'll shoot a ball and I'm like, it's off and it swishes. I'm just like, flow state. I'm in that bitch. I'm in that bitch. There's other times in gaming where I'm in the flow state and I'm just scoring goals like a motherfucker in Rocket League and I feel amazing. There's sometimes when I'm editing and I hit a flow state where my fingers are moving and the edits are just coming into my mind. And as the edits that I want to do come into my brain, my fingers just start moving. And next thing you know, 2 hours have gone by, video's done. And it's perfect. It's everything that I wanted. Sound design, order, color correction, it's all on point. And the flow state is just something, oh my God, I wish I could live in the flow state. My problem is I can reach the flow state, but my ability to stay in the flow state, it's not the best. This thing that separates the goods from the decents from the goods from the greats is how long can you achieve that flow state? How long can you stay in your flow state and really maximize it? And that's what the last talk in Blue Lock was all about. And that's exactly what Asagi needed. I think YBR was the one who brought up the point, and he was like, does it me? And this is what YBR said. He's like, is it me? Or does it feel like that Ego's lesson is always very much tailored to what Asagi needs to do next? And I was like, I don't know if it's that Asagi is following the natural progression of how to become the best egoist. So every obstacle he runs into happens to be what's next on Ego's docket anyways. Or is Ego really taking like an eye on Asagi and he's like, I'm gonna make this kid the best kid to ever play this motherfucking game in the world. And we're just watching it happen in real time. It's one of those things, chicken or the egg? What came first? There's no really right answer. You just know they both exist. I love that shit. Ooh, that was a bar. That was a bar, B. That was a motherfucking bar. This episode of Sauce My Ho is brought to you by, I was gonna say by Beerus the Destroyer, my cat, but she just ran off because she's a shy little hoe. So it is what it is. So the next tip we're gonna jump on is Dragon Ball Daima. I ain't gonna lie, I don't got too much to say about this. My favorite part of the episode where Goku heard there was strong people protecting the Dragon Balls, and I just knew he was gonna want to run that fade. And what did he do? Make a good excuse and a reason to go run that motherfucking fade. Cause like, if not, then why bother? He's like, if I can't fight strong people, what the fuck are we doing here? And on a certain level, I felt that. I feel it in my soul. And I thank Dragon Ball Z for instilling that in me. The fight sequence that they got into was pretty lit. I'm excited to see him go get the balls, but outside of that, I don't have much to say about Dragon Ball Z Daima. Right, like I said, I probably repeating myself from the last 3 weeks of Sauce Maho Radio, brought to you by DN, the greatest. I don't know why I just tried to do a fake ad. But the first like, I don't know, the first like 12 episodes of most Dragon Ball arcs is nothing but shenanigans and world building until you get into the hands. And right now we're in the shenanigans and world building part. We got to see that King Goma is farming people for gold and life force. For what? I don't know. I'm assuming the life force is what he uses to do his epic magic, why he's such a great sorcerer. But I don't have proof of that one way or another. But we already see he's putting his foot down on the necks of those less fortunate. And Goku can't let that shit slide. He got to step in. So excited to see what they do next, what we get into, and when Vegeta and crew and Bulma and them are gonna try to come through to the Daima realm. Cause I don't think it's gonna go well for them with their round ass ears. And that's on God. Cause unless you're gonna pull a Goku and you're gonna start fucking lying, guess what? You're not getting in. At least I don't think so. All right, next tip we're jumping on a blue box. Okay. Let me tell you right now. I'm gonna tell you right now, this Hina storyline is 100% a fucking W, bro. It's not very often in a rom com you could basically leave behind your two leads and go on a whole episode with another character that's kind of a secondary lead, but not really. And like, there is no loss in the story. There's no loss in like usage. Like, I don't even know what words I'm trying to say. All I can say is the episode is still smacking, right? I love that she didn't shy away from returning the phone because in a lot of shows, in a lot of rom-coms, she would have seen them, had the phone, and then left and not taken it back. Or worse, she would have been hiding and somebody would have called the phone, it would have been ringing and they would have caught her. She was like, no, fuck all that. He's my friend. I have her phone. I happen to follow her. I have every right to be here. I'm gonna ask them what the fuck's going on. And that's exactly what she did. It says so much about her character that every time I think she's gonna be a hater, she's gonna do some corny shit, she's gonna do some loser shit, she just doesn't. She just doesn't. Hina just operates, and there's something so strong about it. I love it. When she went through her struggle, I didn't like that she intentionally tried to isolate herself because that's never actually the answer. But I did like that to a certain point, it worked for her. She got back on her game. She picked herself up by the bootstraps just to have those bootstraps stepped on by some donkey ass idiot and damn near injure her. And then here comes Taiki, motherfucking hero, to help her and remind her that, yo, you don't got to do this alone. You really don't have to. I love the fact that when she I'm gonna say that what she did in the nurse's office, that was a mini confession. She told him exactly what was pissing her off without using names, without giving up that it's her and what the situation is. And I'm here for it. I'm fucking here for it. I thought it was fantastic. And my dude Taiki was just like doodling and has no clue that she's talking about him. I'm gonna call it a mini confession, but it's not a true confession. So don't jump at me. Cause some people will be like, it's not even a mini confession. She just told us, all right, whatever, bucko. It was a mini confession as far as I'm concerned. You can't tell me otherwise. Um, I do love that she's not gonna shy away now that now that she realizes that she has some interest over there. She's like, oh man, I should back off because of Chi. And she's like, wait a fucking minute. I was here first. Fuck that bitch. I'm gonna get mine anyways. I love that moment when she asked for their encouragement. That just goes to show she gonna fight for that man, bro. She gonna fight for that man. I like it. I like it. I'm excited to see how Chinatu senpai. I'm excited to see how she responds because her response. Because I think I've been saying it. Hina is talking as if she's wingwomaning, but I feel like Chi Senpai hears it differently. And there's definitely an element on this episode where Taiki kind of started talking like Hina a little bit, and she picked up on it, and she's like, man, I should back off. I think she might like him, and I'm just in the way. And then she's like, nah, fuck that. And then she's like, wait, I'm gonna focus on basketball. I think she's lying to herself. I think she's already in too deep with him, and I don't think she can really back out of it. But we're going to see. We're going to see, and that's all I'm gonna say. I'm very excited to see her reaction. I'm writing for Hina, and I don't give a fuck. I love Chi though. Chi's cool. Honestly, I don't know who I'm writing for when it comes to Chi versus Hina. I want if I'm Taiki, I want Taiki to get who he likes, and that's Chi. And because I feel like Chi likes him back, that's what I want for him. But at the same time, Hina's not a bad option. Hina's not a bad option. But there's something about my simp heart where I'm like, I already like this girl, and you are only saying that you like me now because you see me chasing this girl. If there was no competition with this other girl, would you feel this way about me? I don't know if that's true, so I can't trust your fickle feelings, so I'm not gonna entertain you. That's me though. I want what Taiki wants. Taiki wants Chi Senpai. I want him to get Chi Senpai. That's how I feel about it. That's just how I feel about it. The crazy thing that could happen is if Hina flips the script and wins in the end. Honestly, I could see that happening, but I don't know how I would feel about that. As long as Taiki gets what he wants, I'm okay with that. If he goes after Chi Senpai and it just doesn't work out, or something happens and he ends up with Hina, I'm cool with that. But as long as he wants Chi Senpai, I want what he wants for him. That's how I view it. That's how I view it. I want what the MC wants for himself. That's where I'm going with it. Now, if he changes his mind and he wants if he changes his mind and he wants Hina, hey, go for it. But I want you to know right now, if he goes for Hina and it doesn't work out, I'm not gonna feel bad for him. If he goes for Hina and it doesn't work out, I'm not gonna feel bad for him. I'm like, you chose Chi, she kind of liked you, and you just switched up. And I don't know what made you switch up, but your switch up and why you're hurt now, that's your fault. I have a first girl for all these anime because his eyes are self what he sees in Chi and not in her, and I'm confused too. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, that's why you can't trust a shawty. I say it all the time. You can never trust a shawty who only says she likes you when something else doesn't work out. You can never trust that shawty. I promise you. As fickle as your feelings were for deciding that you like me all of a sudden, that's how quickly it can come and go. I can't trust that. I just can't. People will disagree. That's fine. This is not one of those things where it's like there's a right answer. That's how I feel in my soul. You only started liking me because somebody else showed interest. If nobody showed interest in me, if I turned around and showed interest in you, what would have happened? If nobody showed interest in me or you didn't think anybody was interested in me, would you have ever said anything? I can't leave it up to that. I just can't. Does MC Guy not think Hina is pretty? He just views her. Part of her charm that I think she likes him for is because everybody else puts her on a pedestal. He doesn't have her on a pedestal. He has her as a hardworking, talented, rhythmic gymnast who shows up every day and outshines everybody around her, and she is a good, solid girl. He just views her as just a girl, a high quality girl at that, but just a girl. Nah, no. What he sees in Chi, they explained it like in episode 2 or 3. He likes that she loves her sport just like he loves his sport. He likes that she works hard. She is he does admire her, but he admires her work ethic, not her in itself. And then he started liking her after the fact. So it's one of those things like I understand what he sees in her and why he likes her, and she looks good too. And she looks good too, according to him. So it's a W. I understand. I get it. I fucking get it. He in the checks all. I don't know, bro. I couldn't tell you. Maybe. Next tip we're jumping on is ranma. So Akane hair loss was epic, and she called it way further than I expected. Like crazy fucking high. Like like when it got cut, I was like, oh, she'll just trim up the back to even it out. Keep the bangs, keep the front cool. She went full fucking tomboy. She lopped the whole top off. Like it is literally like a girly curl top, but she looks cute in it. And also, I do like to cut. I like to cut because it was a necessary loss for her to move on from her crush on Dr. Tofu. Because to find out that she always liked her hair short, and the only reason she grew it long is because of her crush on Dr. Tofu, and because she wanted to be more like her sister to really get his attention, that just means to me it was a very vain reason to keep your hair long if that's not how you like it. Like for instance, me, I like my hair like this. If I saw a shoddy, if a shoddy was like, oh, I like Idris Elba because of his haircut. You know, if you look cute with an Idris Elba haircut and I go and cut my hair, that's vain, bro. That's vain. Just for the attention, it's a vain reason. But I get it. I get it. Truly I do. So I love to see that the cut of the hair was symbolic. I love that line where she's like, I was gonna cut it anyways. This just made it happen faster. It really was a beautiful moment, and I like that it let her move on. I like that it let her move on. Um Ranma loved what he saw when she cut the hair and told her, and he didn't just like tell her and run away. He was adamant about getting his point across. He's like, no. I'm not just saying I like your haircut because I feel responsible. I'm not just saying it to make you feel better. I'm letting you know, girl, you're killing it. You're kawaii as fuck right now. And there's something to be said about that. Like, he's really trying to figure out how to express himself to her, and I really feel their mutual understanding and bond is growing tighter. And you know what happens with a boy and a girl when they grow tighter? It's, I mean, babies, baby. Um, but the twist in the episode of Ryuga also having a transformation, I really wanted to be a shoddy. I wanted him to fall in the shoddy water because then we got double the shotties, double the fun. But he fell in the goddamn pig water. And then what I love about what Ranma did is the foreshadowing. that you have to go back and realize that it's amazing. First off, these two idiots not realizing that they ran into each other already, and that's why he got into the water anyways. Realizing that he always carries around an umbrella, right? And the first time we get introduced to him, there's a board that's chasing at him. He stops the board with the umbrella, only to find out later he used the umbrella so the water doesn't hit him, so he doesn't turn into a board, so nobody eats him. It's like, holy shit. The symbolism, the foreshadowing, it's all right there. Fucking amazing, bro. Absolutely fucking amazing. But yeah, Ranma had another good episode with wholesomeness and shenanigans. I look forward to Ranma only because I call me. This is gonna sound like some hater shit, right? But just follow me. I look forward to Ranma because I did not think they would be able to balance comedy, shenanigans, romance, and wholesomeness all at once. With beef, mind you, with hands, with throwing hands too. I didn't think they had the ability to do it. But every episode, they keep showing me that I'm fucking wrong and they're nailing it. So I just keep watching Ranma because I'm like, yo, how long can you guys keep this going? How long can you keep me entertained and like not bored and like everything is firing in the right cylinders? I'm not gonna say it's my favorite anime that we're watching right now, but it's definitely the biggest surprise that I'm enjoying. Definitely the biggest surprise that I'm enjoying. Shout out to the Ranma crew, bro, because they really doing the goddamn thing. For real, for real. What's going on, Brother Cypher? All right. Now, we're going to take some calls from the goddamn. We're going to take some calls real quick. That's the end of Just a Tip. Brought to you by water. If you're not drinking enough, you're going to die. We got any callers on the hotline? They were gonna call for Blue Box later. Oh, I wasn't ready. Are you calling or not? You calling or not? Cause I can move into into anime news. LOL later. Weak. Boo. Buddhist man. Buddhist man. Buddhist man. It's all good. Okay. So we'll just move right into anime news. First in anime news on the quest board. We got Free Run Season 2 is now in production. Keyboard Warrior? No, honestly. Free Run Season 2 is now in production. I am interested to see how are they going to build the next arc for the show on the way to Himmel. It's one of those things like Free Rent, those first two cores were beautiful. Fucking goated. Animation fire, story 10 out of 10, characters 10 out of 10, world building 10 out of 10, almost damn near what I would call a perfect anime. Now, the question with season 2 coming in production, do you keep the same formula and just build the story on which you already have cooking, which there's nothing wrong with that, or do you get risque and you try to turn up a little bit and you upgrade it and be forever goated? I don't know what the right answer is. I don't know what the right answer is for this one. Because to be honest with you, Free Ren did nothing wrong in my eyes for the first two cores. Some people would say some of the episodes dragged, but for me, not a single episode of Free Ren dragged because every single episode had its moment of one, beautiful art, two, meaningful storytelling and world building, and three, you learned a lesson every fucking episode. Every single episode was something that you're picking up that Himmel dropped. Every little breadcrumb was led to this moment, and I thought it was fucking amazing. So if they continue to do the same exact formula for the next season, I feel like there's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But if they could go down in history if they find a way to upgrade it. I don't know what that upgrade looks like. I really don't know what the next step for Free Run would be. How do you make this next season better than what we already got? I truly don't know. And that's a massive testament to how well they did in the first two cores. Like, what could you actually do better? I don't know. I don't. Storming through my city, my ATM, so my app froze. All good, all good, all good. Next in anime news, we got Made in Abyss Season 3, aka the Golden City of the Scorching Sun sequel, is coming out. Now, everybody who knows me, DN, formerly Direct Nasty, y'all already know I am not the biggest Made in Abyss fan. I watched both seasons. I was disgusted by a lot of things I saw. The animation is good, the story is solid, but I at times I feel like Made in Abyss is one of those shows where it's good, but the fans want you to say it's fucking the greatest ever made, and I don't feel that way. And so I have a lot of the Made in Abyss community does not fuck with me very much, which is okay because I don't fuck with Made in Abyss that much. But I will say, from a story perspective, I am interested to see what we're getting into next and what's going to happen next. Where we last left off, there was major fucking development, and we hit a point where it's like, so now fucking what? It's like is this as far as we can go in the abyss? I don't think this is as far as we can go. Like I don't think we've reached the end goal. So like now what? So very much looking forward to that. Um and yeah, that and the fucked up shit they're gonna do. Yeah, Man in Abyss season 3, Golden City of Scorching Sun anime for end productions coming soon. We'll probably react to it, but man, I need this to be like a good. I feel like I need this to be. I need this next part to be good. They need to bring some mamas in this bitch or something. Great story, but I'm too old to watch child torment. Oh my god, brother Cipher, thank you, thank you. That is my honestly. That's my biggest beef with it. That's my biggest beef. That's it, and I'm just gonna leave it right there. Yo, shout out to brother Cipher, hitting the nail on the head with one try, putting that shit all the way in the wood, bro. Next on the quest board, we got Jujutsu Kaisen Season 3 JJK. The Culling Games arc is in production. Um, I I love, my favorite thing to say is if you can't beat them, seal them. And Gojo is still currently locked the fuck away. So the question is, for the sorcery world, what the fuck is next? You know that meme where they put everybody in a picture, they say JJK at 100%, and then they take out everybody but Gojo, and like JJK at 99.9%. That's literally how it feels. Gojo has been saying since the beginning of the series, y'all don't have to worry because I'm the strongest. I'm here. He said I'm that fucking guy. And now he's locked away, so he's not that fucking guy. So what does that mean for the rest of us? If I remember correctly, um, how do we stop what's next? Why do we need to call anyone? And is this a further part of someone's plan? Whose plan is this for this Culling Games arc? If I remember correctly, in the last season, there was a moment Ghetto or a fake real Ghetto or fake Ghetto. I actually don't remember which version of Ghetto it was sitting with some blonde haired lady and she was talking about ways to fix the ways to fix the cursed world, you know? She's like, either you make everybody a sorcerer or you get rid of the people who aren't strong enough to be sorcerers. And I feel like with the name the Culling Game arc, I'm almost like, oh, so that plan she was talking about, that wasn't hypothetical? That might have been some real shit? I'm like, oh, damn. But the question becomes, because if there's one thing I've learned in JJK, the curses and the humans, between curses, humans, and sorcerers, ain't nobody shit, bro. Ain't nobody shit. So if somebody is starting a culling games to like get rid of people, it could be honestly started by anybody. It won't surprise me if the humans started it. It won't surprise me if the sorcerers decided to start it. It won't surprise me if the curses started it. Nobody starting it would surprise me, and that's why I'm looking forward to it. Cause me personally, I don't think I get called. I think I have enough trauma in my life. I would become a sorcerer naturally. I truly believe that. Me in my base form right now, if JJK just all of a sudden became real and we were thrust into it, I think I'd become a sorcerer. But maybe I just think too highly of myself. Maybe I'm tripping. But I definitely feel like JJK does a lot of verbal diarrhea, and that there's a lot of moments where they're just like over explaining shit to you and expect you to remember, or they have a conversation that seems like it means absolutely nothing, but that conversation was literally like the jumping point for an entire arc. So that's what I feel like right now is what's happening. That conversation between the blonde hair lady and Ghetto, they was spitting, bro. It was spitting. Question is, are we eliminating humans or are we turning humans into sorcerers? But from my understanding, you could do both at the same time, which doesn't bode well for most of y'all, because some of y'all are mobs. Mob at fault 100%. Yeah, I'm not fuck with it. No, I get you. He's an instigator. I'm no longer calling him Ghetto. He's too racist. His name is Gated Community from now on. The gentrifier, I'm dead. Our boy Ghetto just a meat puppet for the man. I'm dead. But yeah, so looking forward to the Culling Games arc coming soon in production, and we'll see what Itadori does moving forward. Because last we left Itadori, he was not in a good place, man. Itadori was not okay. He's not Daijo Boo, so we gonna see what happens. But anyways, next in anime news, this one I'm actually very excited to talk about because I just watched this. Wrong Way to Use Healing Magic season 2 in production. Season 1, I'm gonna say this sentence and I just want y'all to hear me out. I just want y'all to hear me out when I say this sentence. Wrong Way to Use Healing Magic season 1 was low key, the most middle of the road, fire ass isekai I've seen in a long ass time. I say that with all due respect because whenever you know how the isekai trash men are, you know how we are. Isekai drops, we watch it. I was expecting this to be like all right, and it was all right, but it was like all right in the best way. It stuck to what it knew. It stuck to classic isekai tropes. It gave you wholesomeness. It gave you hands. It gave you a power system that just makes sense. They gave you dope VAs, dope characters to follow. And honestly, for once, they gave you a country or a nation that just wasn't trash. Or at least I don't think they're trash. I'm still waiting for the trash to show itself, but I don't know if that's ever gonna happen. So for now, I'm gonna say that nation is not trash. They're okay people. But I'm very much looking forward to season 2 of Wrong Way to Use Healing Magic because I think this is the point where we get more world building. Season 1, he was in the main country. He got Isekai 2. He got his training arc. He got his powers. We got some of the world building set up. Now we're traveling to see how the rest of the world is going to respond and react to one, the demon threat, and two, his ability to use healing magic in the way that he does it. My running theory is that the demon, I believe my running theory is that the demons have a viable reason to be upset and to be rebelling and beating ass trying to take a land back. I feel like the other nations maybe aren't shit. They're a little trashy. They might treat demons bad. Maybe the humans went back on a treaty that they previously had with the demons. I don't know. I just refuse. The cynic in me refuses to believe that the whole world is right, just, and good, and it's just these demons are assholes trying to push and take over Borderland. I just refuse to believe that. The nation that we're in is so good and so wholesome, it just leads me to believe that every other nation has to be shit, trash, ass man. Well, there's nothing wrong being an ass man. I myself am something of an ass man. And I'm a trash man, isekai trash man. But that doesn't make me garbage. Yes. So yeah, I'm very much looking forward to this season 2. It's in production. Looking forward to seeing what happens. So yeah. Season 2 covers. The wrong way to use heal magic was missing is world building. Nah, I agree but disagree. I agree but disagree. Because in season 1 of Wrong Way to Use Healing Magic, the world building was mine. It was. They could have done more. I will agree that they could have done more with the world building, but they laid out the breadcrumbs to let you know kind of what's happening. That it's like isn't it weird that they said, yeah, the demons are crossing their territory. They're crossing their territory. So they're allowed to be over there, but they're encroaching over here. Why do you feel like they're encroaching over here? Just little breadcrumbs. I can't recall all the finer points of it now, but they kept on teasing us. That's okay. That's why I said that's why season 2, I'm looking forward to all that teasing in season 1. I want to see the fruition in season 2. Yeah. That's fine. That's fine. I understand where you're coming from. We almost got into a semantical battle, but we don't have to do that because we can come to an understanding. As comfy isekai trash, and I'm good with that. It is. It's just it was good isekai trash, bro. It was good isekai trash. Like my barometer for whether it's good or bad isekai trash, hear me out, is Magic Revo. Cause first like 10 episodes of Magic Revo were fucking heat. The rest of it, I was like, what are we doing? Okay, that's actually not right. The last 6 episodes of Magic Revo made me want to throw up. But everything before the last 6 episodes, fuego. So when I go on my barometer for is this isekai trash, Magic Revo is like the line. It's literally like the line. What's going on, OG? But yeah, the last part of the quest board we got, something interesting fucking happened. For the first time apparently in history, one character has made both the best boy and best girl of the week. Ranma Sadatome is the number 3 best boy and the number 9 best girl in the anime rankings. I don't know how this has never happened before, but I'm actually not surprised. There's not very many characters who would fall under the ability to be best boy and best girl. Can we even name 3 other characters who could be best boy and best girl, like validly? The only one I could think about is like Felis from ReZero. Who else though? Who? Who? I don't know. But I think it's hilarious. I think it's interesting. I think stop. OG, stop. I'm fucking dead. Honestly, basically, that's what we're witnessing. Lust, nah. I don't think Lust would classify would I don't think the community would get together enough to classify Lust as both. It'd have to be a character that everybody would agree could be best boy and best girl. I don't think Lust would qualify. Because of the powers, I can see where you're coming from, and I somewhat agree with you, but I don't think the community would be on your team on that one. Honestly, I'm barely on your team. I'm really on your team for Devil's Advocate. Although this is the first time I'm just advocating my taste, I fucking knew it. Goddamn propaganda. Always with the propaganda. But besides Felix, I don't think anybody Crim for best them. Oh, Crim would. You know what? Crim would actually fit here too. Crim would fit here. Ooh. Actually, from everything that I've seen in that show, Crim wouldn't fit anywhere mostly. But we're not gonna go there. We're not gonna go there. But yeah, I just thought this was a great and funny accomplishment, and we don't know if anybody will ever do this again or if anybody will ever be able to pull it off. And I just thought that's actually absolutely hilarious. Every time that women at the work argue with me, I tell them that little fact. Oh God. And you still have a job? I'm impressed. Interspecies, yeah, interspecies is wild. Absolutely wild. All right. That is the last thing we got on our quest board. We're going to open it up one more again for anybody who wants to call in. Do we have any dissension, any good community updates? Anybody just want to get something off their chest? Now's your time. Now's your chance. Exclamation point Discord in the Twitch chat. If you're watching this, we're live every Monday night. Make sure you come through so you too could be a call in and get on the show and express yourself and possibly get, slapped down. Damn, I missed the rants. Yeah, you missed the rants, but it's okay. I'm that funny. Oh yeah, you're that. Hey man, if you're that funny, so be it. Can't even argue with that. The shotties, look, if you can make them laughing, giggle, you can make you can make that ass clap and jiggle. So if you're getting away with that, then so be it. I'm still not fired despite myself dead. The only thing I want off my chest is this Cleveland steamer. Ooh, that's stanky. That's real stanky. Bro, I make work tolerable? Me too. High key? Me too. For everyone? What's it like carrying the office on your back? I'll tell you right now, that shit hurts, bro. I realize why they want me in the office all the time, because, like, they high key, like, yo, if he's not here, like, what are we gonna do? Oh, caller number one. Let's see what caller number one has to say. Caller number one, we got the sauce. What's your beef?
What up, DN?
What's
I'm
happening, Shadow?
here to talk about my girl Hina from Blue Box.
Okay, what you got to say about Hina from Blue Box, good friend?
So what I'm hearing is that you don't really like how she she was you know how she was talking to what's the guy's name? The
Taiki?
yeah, Taiki.
Okay.
So she was trying to hype up Chi and like
Yes.
try to try to put them together, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, all the qualifications that Taiki is looking for in Chi,
Yes.
Hina got them too.
That's facts. Absolutely.
So so she's kind of feeling some type of way that she's not looking his way, or he's not looking his. She's not. He's not looking her way, right?
Yeah.
So that's the contention.
Oh, that's a contention. And to be fair, she is allowed to feel that way, right? But at the same time, it's almost like, how do I say this without dunking on her? She's just not his preference. If anything, it's, I hate to say it, I think OG said it. She got friend zoned because of her particular personality type. Just doesn't mesh with what he's looking for. I honestly think there is a moment where they're actually so close that he can't see her. Like, for instance, did you know that in our ocular vision, you can always see your nose? It's just your eyes automatically delete it from your vision because it's so close. But if you look down, you can clearly see your nose is in the way. That's what happened with Hina, where she's actually gotten so close to him that he's like, yeah, she doesn't even view me as a potential candidate or suitor. And I know her so well that it'll be weird for me to even be with her. So, like, I just don't view her like that. I do believe that she could potentially turn that around in her favor. However, I'm going to say something that's going to sound controversial. She would have to change how she acts around him because she is very much overly comfortable with him and he's very overly comfortable with her. And he doesn't see her in the womanly way that he sees Chi. And that's no knock against her at all. It's just no knock against her. It's just the reality of the situation. They're too comfortable. They're too close. Too close, man. And to be fair, you're
Yeah.
absolutely right. She does have everything that he likes about Chi Senpai. He also like the Hina does embody it, but in a different way, in a very different way. It's all about how she carries herself, and it's about how it's about how Hina carries herself and how she treats Taiki versus how Chi carries herself and treats Taiki. Like she always, because she's so confident in herself, he like, I can almost see like she's too bright of a star for him. And he's like, I can't even look at her like that because she's so fucking bright. But they still got like that brother sister dynamic. So I don't know. I look forward to her trying to change his mind though. I really, really do. Because like, for lack of a better term, like we see how flexible she is. So like he's already comfortable touching her and carrying her. It's like it's like, bro, she's right there. Like, come on, open your fucking eyes, man. But yeah,
Okay, but like but by that same logic, right?
yeah.
Isn't he looking at Chi that same way too? That she's such a bright star and he wants that, right?
Yes, but something about her he feels like is attainable. I don't. I maybe it's similarities because both their moms play ball. No, he didn't learn that till later. Damn. Honestly, I don't have a good answer, buddy. I don't have a
See
good answer.
that's the thing. That's the thing. It's just we'll see these episodes
Yeah,
because
yeah,
I noticed that the only two guys she hangs around are Taiki and his glasses coon friend.
yeah. W Mans, by the way. Yeah.
So
Ooh. Yeah. I don't
I
know.
mean they're freshmen in high school. I don't know when they met up. I'm not sure if the
They're
anime
middle.
explained that or not.
They're friends in middle school. They were friends in middle school through most
Oh,
of middle
really?
through most of middle school, from my understanding. Through most of middle school at that.
So we what we
Yeah.
have are three freshmen in high school, and he on the first year of his high school he saw this one girl and he's saying that he wants to shoot for the stars basically.
Yeah. He wants to get better for her. He wants to get better, not for her. He wants to get better. Seeing her dedication made him want to get better at what he did, and through seeing how hard she works, he's like, wow, she's really admirable. She works hard. She's nice. She's courteous, and she's hot. But she's older than me, so if I want a chance to crack that, I'm gonna have to do something crazy like go to nationals.
man, it just sucks for Hina. It just does.
And to be fair, I think part of it is that I think a big part of it is that the reason why I said the way Hina carries herself is like she makes those jokes about the way she jokes around. She would make it very uncomfortable. Like even if you were to start liking her, she would like crack a joke about it and like kind of like throw it off. Versus she just has genuine regular ass interests back to him. So like it's just a mesh of personalities. That's what it comes down to in my opinion. Like if you told me she only cracks on him and does all that stuff to him because she likes him, and that's how she expresses her like, but that's not how he wants to be liked, or that's not how he doesn't respond well to that, it makes sense to me. It just makes sense to me.
And then there's something I just realized right now. It's also Chi's work ethic kind of matches his because I remember that they were in the gym every single morning,
Yup, in the gym, in the gym.
and you know Hina doesn't really got the opportunity to do that, I guess, because her what's it called? She's a gymnast, right? I don't
She
think
is a
they.
genius. She works hard, but she works hard on her own.
Yeah,
She's
that's the thing.
truly yeah. So like it's also proximity. That's what I tell people. A lot of times fucking some sorry. Oh shit. A lot of times getting with somebody or like getting close to somebody, the two biggest things you have is proximity and opportunity. And it's as simple as that. If you told me all through middle school where Hina was dancing and where Taiki was doing a badminton were in two separate locations and they just happened to be like classroom friends, that would make sense to me. Versus he came to high school and every morning he got like 45 minutes of alone time with Chi. Mind you, they're not talking. They're both just breathing heavy, swinging their arms, sweating in the same gym, 45 minutes unbothered, like proximity and opportunity, bro. Proximity and opportunity play such a major role in who you potentially end up having as a partner at times. Like it's very underrated. So Hina really just got bodied by those two things, in my opinion.
But there, and something I wanted to talk about is like what's Taiki's plan? Because I'm pretty sure third years graduate, right? She's third year, right? How much she?
No, she's set. So she's second. She's, from my understanding, she's second
Exactly.
year. But I think after this year, since her parents moved, she might be leaving after this year,
Right, right.
or she's second year, and when she goes into her third year, she knows she's gonna be too busy to be messing around with no boys. So it's between those two things. I feel like she knows she has limited time that she's looking at giving to him, and he knows he has to catch up quick to make moves happen. So that's why
And
I'm
do we
looking
have
at it.
what information do we have on her? What was it her dad or her mom? That's also a
Oh
gymnast.
no no no! Hina's dad was a gymnast that represented Japan in the Olympics. That I'm
Right.
assuming. Yeah, her dad was like a goat, and she's a young prodigy. Her mom, I don't think we have information on her mom. And oddly enough, we have information on Chi's mom, who was a basketball
Right.
player with Taiki's mom, but we don't have information on the dad. So that's something. It's always who's your mama, who's your
Yeah.
daddy. So we'll see if that comes
It's
into
that
play at any
proximity
point.
thing again.
Yeah. Big on proximity, man. And she's living in the house. Woo! The way I'd have been smelling her laundry. Oh, don't even get me started.
Yeah, it's not even fair. Not even fair.
Nah, my mom would have been like, I've never seen you do so much laundry. I'm like, yeah, doing the laundry. Huh.
Oh,
But thank you, call number one. We're gonna end this part. I'll catch you next time. Anybody else want to call in? I'll take one more caller before we jump into the awards of the week. One more caller. Childhood friends are professional L taker. Look at a nice girl losing heroines, bro. Yo, both girls have an important tournament or game the same day. Which one does he go to? You go to Chi Senpai's, no question. Us toxic Westerners would try for both shotties. Yeah, duh, of course. That's hell yeah. That's where I'm going. I'm going straight to both them hoes. Ain't no doubt in my mind I'm going both the shotties, bro. What? 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 Man, Hina crying made me salty. No. Honestly, her tears are so pure, bro. I'm on the work PC and the mic is shit. All good, all good. Get on your phone. I just want to see if you caught the reference and you didn't disappoint. Of course I'm gonna catch that, my boy. course I'm gonna catch that. I never root for the childhood friend anymore. That trope needs to change. She low-key needs a Joe Hime, make him miss her. Yo, she tried that. Look, Hina really tried to ghost him and was not gonna like talk to him. And he let her go ghost. But the moment she needed him, he swooped in with the S on his motherfucking chest. That's the second time I made that reference today. I know. You could try to ghost him, but he's a good guy, and he's gonna do what good guys do. With truly good guys, not guys who claim to be good guys. Actual good guys will let you both have your space, but the moment you feel like you need them, they're just gonna jump in and be manly, bro. It's as simple as that. She had massive underdog energy. Chi can bounce back from not getting Taiki. Can't say the same for Hina. No, the last episode showed us that Hina could absolutely bounce back if she don't get Taiki. That was one of my favorite parts of the episode. Normally in this trope, she would struggle. She would be fucking up. He'd have to come back and talk to her, and then she would do good. But that's not what happened. She separated, she got her space, she got back to where she needed to be, and then she fell and got into it. She got bumped and ran into an obstacle, and he still had the opportunity to come reintroduce himself. It was my favorite part that she didn't need him to bounce back. She shouldn't have the need to bounce back. It's okay she had that dip when she realized she was losing, but then she picked herself back up. It's admirable. I loved it. Plots with both girls end up together. Woo! Buddy, don't get me hot and bothered like that. All right, we're gonna jump into the last part. I don't think we have. Ooh, I just knocked the mic over. Ooh, that's a close one. Damn, you spelled the core for me, bro. All right, we don't got no more callers. We're gonna jump to the last segment. It's about time. We're gonna take a sip of water. This segment is brought to you by Crystal Water. It's so clear you'll think it's a diamond. If you drink enough of it, hopefully when it comes out, it's just as clear. And if it's not, it sounds like you low diffed. You got a skill issue. Drink more Crystal Water, fool. Damn, you spelled the core for me? No, honestly. The secret Yuri ending that you just prepared to cheer for Taiki? Bro, if there's a real life like Yuri ending to this, I would honestly, cause Chi Senpai and Hina together? Nah, I don't see that. I don't see that. I don't see that. I don't see that. Anyways. All right. Let's start the last segment. Last segment we're getting into for the night is, of course, the crowd favorite. We're getting into the weekly awards. First, the weekly award we got Romance of the Week. I'm giving that motherfucker to Dan. Why? Because Momo and OKARUN literally running around the school, sulking through their insecurities, trying to figure out who pissed who off, who cold shouldered who, why are they not finding each other? Them literally, they literally did the cutest shit where they both would have the same idea but check the different places first. She goes, no, he would never go to the cafeteria. It's too loud. He would go to the food cart. Because he's a fucking otaku. She goes to the food cart. He's thinking like her. He's like, where would I find her? She's like, oh, it's lunchtime. She would go to the cafeteria. That's where all the popular kids go. That's where all the people who have their groups of friends go. That's naturally where she would be at. And then they go to the wrong places. But the thing is, they thought correctly. Their timing was just off. And they did it like 3 different times. And it was fucking beautiful. And then they found each other. They beefed. They let their insecurities out. They made up. They kissed. Whoo, they kissed. It was fucking beautiful, bro. The 10 minutes of them looking for each other. Normally, doing something like that would be cringe. It'd be dragged on. It'd be like, oh my god, can you just have them find each other? It was honestly 10 minutes, and it was perfectly fine. I feel like no time was wasted. It showed us so much about how much they think about each other. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a simp. Anytime you show me a girl longing to be with the dude or to see a dude, my heart's gonna throb. Momo at her dish, she's like, I want to talk to OKARUN. She's like, I just want to talk to aliens. I just want to talk about aliens or OKARUN right now. She's like, oh my god, this fucking class. It's my soul, bro. In my fucking soul, bro. In my fucking soul. So it was dope. But yeah, that stole the show more so than Granny stealing his balls. It was dope. I love that Momo defended her man from that bitch Akira. But to be honest with you, he was kind of cheating on her. He was kind of cheating on her. I ain't gonna lie to you, cause Akira was kind of pressing him, and my man wasn't running. She was like rubbing up on his shoulder, grabbing up on his wrist, talking about OKARUN, and he was like, "Who me, bitch? Girl, stop." Cause he like you know how it is, you know, OKARUN girl. I don't know who told you my name, but you know how I be in the streets. He was kind of playing into it, bro. He was playing into it, but his girl came and defended him and got him and made sure that he was in good hands like all state. So that gets the romance of the week. They kill me, man. Him and Momo, they fucking kill me, bro. I love their dynamic. It's just so fucking pure, bro. Like I don't even understand how Dan to Dan. I don't know how the writer even like conceives these so realistic and relatable situations, and he just hit all the right notes of romance where it's not like overt, it's not cringe, it's everything you've already seen before in other rom-coms, but done just enough differently that it's like it feels fresh. It's just nice, man. It's just fucking nice. So yeah, romance of the week goes to Dan for fucking sure. Um, react to Tucker anime? No, not yet. Uh, true. I watch on the phone. Let me tell you something about Momo waiting outside for OKARUN. No, it was cute. It was fucking cute, bro. I didn't even touch on that part. The fact that she was waiting at the gate for him, and he was like, "Is she there waiting for me?" And then he's like, and like, I'm. This is what I'm convinced has happened. I'm convinced that he was walking up to the school. He saw her at the gate, and he's like, "How am I gonna say hi to her?" And he was like practicing his highs, and he's like, "You know what? Fuck it. I'm just not gonna say hi to her. I'm just gonna walk right past her." And he's like, "Yeah, I'm walking right past her." And she instantly bumps him. He's like, "Yo, you're late, buddy." It was fucking beautiful. It was beautiful. There are kids. I don't have female friends, but none of them will wait for me. Nah, I had female friends wait for me. I had ones that waited for me. I had ones that would pick me up for school whenever I didn't have any gas for my car. I had ones that they would wait for me to come pick them up, but they were kind of using me, so I'm not gonna call some of those my friends. But yeah, nah, I had some shy. I definitely had some good shies in my life. There's one. That's why I'm such a simp, and I don't think people understand that. There's some of the people that have been meanest to me in my life have been women, but some of the people who have picked me up when I had no one else or like I didn't feel like anybody wanted to be around me was also women. Like that's why I have such a interesting dynamic with the female gender because it's like they've been the best thing that happened to me and the worst thing that happened to me simultaneously, but I love them for it. I've had my momos in my life that would I've had the momos in my life that were the ones that really took me out of obscurity and just let me feel like a human. Especially considering like how fucking rotund and overweight I was at times in my life, but these shawties still showed me fucking love. Yo, shout out to all of them, bro. Shout out to all of them, man. We live in two separate worlds. This one I get a girl wait for you outside is high level. All my friends apparently don't have a single girlfriend or they don't trust me. I don't blame them. Bro, that's how I felt about Lee and Darkable. I was like, y'all don't have no hoes for me? Y'all got no hoes for me. And I come to find out, they're like, well, the way you used to talk about women, we kind of didn't want to put you at any women that we knew, but then we also don't know that many women. I was like we see how you are with your girl now, and like you're so different, and you know, the way I guess. I guess. Because I do a lot of this, and your name is Eat Nasty. Now, you have to understand, I hide, I'm very much like an M&M. There's a peanut of truth inside, but on the outside, there's chocolate and a hard shell. So I be talking a lot of chocolate and a hard shell, but that peanut in the inside was always there. That's all it is. I don't even female choice for no random feeling. I have a couple of those. I have a couple of female friends where it's like, yeah, I would never try to do nothing with them, and I am almost 100% positive they would never try to do anything with me. Purely platonic. Yo, we chill. Like friends, like I don't even think I hug them. There's two of them I think of right now, top of my head. We don't even hug. We literally dap up. Like it's that much homies. No, I lied. I've hugged them before, but it's very much side hug or like, what's up? It's just a quick hug. It's literally platonic as all fuck. I'd be cautious, need a rebrand. Wakari director Demir, shut up. You come off as a greed sin archbishop at face value. What is a hoe? What's up? Can a nigga and them guts? Most of my other female friends are exes or people I've slept with. They're not your friends, bro. You know that. I know that. They're not your friends. If you already done smash, I don't know. After you smash, I don't even know if you're allowed to call them a friend. It's gotta be a person. You know what I mean? You come off as greed, sin archbishop at face value, and that's fair. That's fair. Honestly, I'm not even mad at that. I'm not even mad at that. I come off as greed, sin archbishop at face value. That's okay, because that's how I talk a lot of times. And like I said, a lot of times I say what I mean, and there's other times where I'm like, I'm just memeing. But anyways, that's why I said I only have one. Fair. All right, we're gonna get into the next one. Funniest moment goes to Ranma. Realizing Ryogu from Ranma also fell into the water and has a transformation was, and not just that he has a transformation, realizing that it's Ranma's fucking fault. Ranma and his goddamn dad. First off, Ranma knocks him into the water, and then his dad finds him and gives him to a fucking cook, and they almost ate his ass, bro. Literally and figuratively. I thought it was absolutely hilarious because, like, it wasn't up until that episode it started raining and he was using an umbrella, and I'm like, wait a goddamn minute. And I was like, oh my god, he's gonna be a shawty. But he wasn't a shawty. And then he was trolling Ranma because he was all up in Akane's personal space. And Ranma's like, yo, get the fuck up out of there. And I ain't gonna lie to you, the shower scene with him and Ranma, I was like, nah, this is getting fucking wild, bro. I was like, this is actually like approaching levels of like, yo, somebody called the police because this boy's about to be in this girl. But at the end of the day, it stayed funny, it stayed hilarious, it stayed mostly wholesome. But Akane definitely took a handful of Ranma titty, and I ain't gonna lie, that nigga liked it. I mean, Ranma liked it. Cause I heard that moan when I wasn't ready for it. I ain't gonna lie. Ranma Ranma just be cooking, bro. Cause I promise you, I wasn't ready for it. Akane grabbed that titty. He's I was like, oh shit. I was like, nigga, hey. That is a boy. Akane grab, yo, yes. The fucking pig took his girl. He did. It was fucking hilarious. Absolutely hilarious, bro. Funniest moment. Yeah, Ranma actually being funny, I was wholly unprepared for because Ranma honestly is a lot of shenanigans. Shenanigans aren't usually when I call it a shenanigan, that doesn't always mean it's funny. Shenanigans aren't always funny. Sometimes shenanigans are just shenanigans, haha, whatever. But it's not that funny. That shit was fucking funny though. Really good. You know, direction having pig transform on horn honorless son of a bitch. No facts. Yo, the sister constant ramen jumping on Akane at night made me cough. No, I ain't gonna lie. I was looking at the sisters funny. Yo, dad was like, that means you're healthy. I was like, nigga, that's not healthy. What is wrong with you? Different time period though, different country. I'm gonna let it go, bro. I'm just gonna move the fuck on. Most hype overall goes to Re motherfucking Zero. It was smoke beginning to end. There was not one moment in that episode where we wasn't boxing with somebody. Everybody was getting hands thrown, talking shit talking back, literally beginning to end. It was high fucking octane. I don't even when we're getting the speech from Lust, I feel like we never dipped under like a level 90 of out of 100 of excitement and absolute fucking terror. It was very adrenaline pumping. Even in the Reinhardt scene where like Felt is like got the knife to her neck and the dad's drinking and it's like quick moves, he gets bodied. Yeah, absolutely wild. Subaru getting pushed and questioning his love for Amelia. Lust turning the hostages ugly to witches cult, saying fuck it and flooding the city. And you're just like, yo, you're not gonna give us what we want. We're just gonna fuck everything up. We're sick of this shit. Y'all try to run up on us. We got some more demands. Demands on demands on demands. It was absolutely insane. Nobody got any rest whatsoever. Everybody was pressed like OJ from the beginning to the end of the episode. The only question that remains is when Subaru finally dies, what is our reset point? Where are we at? I feel like I feel like Subaru's next death point is gonna be the meeting room where they're plotting before Mimi and Garth come back. Or it could be in the streets when they first run up on the people with the arms. But I feel like he needs to die soon. And I don't say that lightly because we no longer take his deaths as jokes anymore. Each death needs to matter. And I think he's lived this one pretty fucking far. But I feel like we're not getting enough information out of this life. This life is a lot of action, not a lot of information gathering. So I'm interested to know because Subaru's all kinds of fucked up right now. He's all kinds of fucked up. He don't got a leg. He's openly bleeding in the floodwater. I don't think he can swim right now. I'm pretty sure his whip isn't on his hip, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna perish. So I'm interested to see if he does and where he wakes up. We need a hard reset, man. We really do. I think we need a hard reset. So that's what I'm looking forward to. But yeah, ReZero was the most hype overall show. Very much beginning to end. I think there was a lot of shows that were hype this week, but like I think ReZero was the one where the outro music started, and I was like, how the fuck is this? What the fuck we doing? How's this over? So yeah, looking forward to what we got next. Biggest act to Bigo out the game? Yes, it did. Saving Scum is fun, they said. It'll be easy, they said. According to the comments, 2 more chapters, and man, I'm pissed on what happened. Damn. Subaru should have died when Greed kicked half his leg off. Honestly, oh, my bad, my bad. I don't know if you're talking to me or not. It's true. It's kind of trash. He to reset and not disrespect Greed this time. Just come with terms. But Amelia being kidnapped, nah. If it's true, it's kind of trash. Yeah, no, oh, no. I'm not. Whatever you guys are talking about. Okay, I thought I spoiled something, but somebody else spoiled something. I'm glad I didn't read it. Yeah, I'm not gonna go back and read it. I'm just gonna move on with my life. Next, Hands of the Week goes to the Freya motherfucking family. Freya family versus Hesed family is Hands of the Week. And to be honest with you, calling it the Hands of the Week is actually not very fair because it wasn't really hands throwing. It was just ass. It was boots to asses, honestly. The Freya family just put boots to all the Hesed family's asses. Everybody was bodied in like less than 45 collective seconds. I think the funniest part of it is where the Freya fam comes through with all the weapons from the Hestia fam and like throws them at her feet. And they're like, yeah, these are your people. As you see, we have lined up all their weapons in alphabetical order and took their and ran their fucking pockets. What you gonna do about it? This fight is over. It was brutal. It was fucking brutal, bro. It was absolutely fucking brutal. Um, it's like nobody legitimately stood a chance. Like even if Bell wanted to fight back, I don't think he would have really stood a chance against a single one of them. I also thought that it was hot. I mean, crazy that Freya even got her hands dirty and like grabbed Hestia. She's like, "You don't give me that boy or nah." I feel like I heard Hestia moan, but I might just be tripping. Maybe I just wish that's what I heard. I don't know. I don't quite know. But yeah, Hands of the Week goes to the Freya fam and Freya herself. Cause man, I think my favorite there's two of my favorite jumpings, right? And I hate to say it, but my homegirl Makoto, Lee's the one who pointed out to me. My homegirl Makoto, she sensed at the last second she was getting jumped. All she got to like pull out her sword like a quarter, bop, done. Got bopped one time she was done. And then poor Harame was chilling in the streets. Aisha's like, the Freya fam's here. And then she's like, I'll protect you. And like, you'll protect her? What are you talking about? We already took her out. 10 seconds into the fight, Aisha blocks 3 people and like, protect her. You failed at that already. Aisha looks back and Harame is already bodied on the fucking floor, bro. And Aisha's just like, what? Nani? And then body too. It was raw. It was absolutely raw. I'm not supposed to laugh because the Hestia fam is my fam, but sometimes you get your ass beat so bad you can't. Instead of laugh, you just cry, or instead of crying, you just laugh. Instead of crying, you just laugh. But yeah, credit to the Freya and the fam for running those fucking pockets. Next award of the week goes to Most Despicable. And as you might have guessed, Most Despicable is going to fucking Freya. Why? It's not only for sneaking the Hestia fam, it's for really showing us how ugly divine love can be, and that it can come at the cost of what you actually want versus what they want for you. Divine love is one of those things, like, I'm gonna get into theology a little bit, like the Bible and religion and stuff. Divine love, I've always said, and people call me a blasphemous person for this. I've always said, if the grandmaster in the sky, by his grand design, is very okay watching all of us down here suffer, murder, do horrible atrocities and things to each other, and says, but I love you all. If that is what divine love is like, I don't know if I want that kind of love. So, very much in that way, Freya embodies what divine love is, in that it doesn't matter when it comes to the divinity, it doesn't matter what you actually want. And by you, I'm talking about Belle in this sense. What Belle actually wants doesn't matter. Freya has decided that she has a divine love for you and she wants you. And that means you just belong to her by any means, circumstances, or ways possible. Your happiness is not included into this divine love. Your wishes, your desires are not included in her version of this divine love. She loves you and you are going to become hers regardless of what you think about the situation. The people that you love and you would want to come with you don't get to come. And it's just one of those things where it's like, if this is what being loved by goddess is like, I don't fucking want it. Don't sign me up for this shit. Leave me in the back of the bus with Rosa. Like, just don't. This is not good. Bell gets ripped away from his familia, ripped away from the one person who gave him a chance, ripped away from everything that he knows. He's thrown into a completely unknown fucking situation. And it's like, because you love him, this is what you're willing to do because you love him? You will enslave an entire city and defile yourself and break the laws that you made yourself as a goddess because you love him? If that's divine love, I don't want it. I kind of really don't want it. Leave me out of it, you know? And on that level, that's why Freya gets most despicable. Because the things she's willing to do, the lengths that she's willing to go through, is just it's overkill. It's OD. It's unnecessary, to be completely honest. And it's a very much a selfish form of love where, yeah, she doesn't care that you're not happy. She loves you and you belong to her. She doesn't care that you stop eating and drinking water and you're trying to off yourself. She's gonna stick a fucking IV in your arm and make sure that you survive and you live forever because she loves you. It doesn't matter that you tried to Alt F4 and quit the game every single day for the last 360 days. Because she loves you, she stopped you and saved you and just kept you in a cage of her own design. It's despicable shit, bro. It's honestly despicable shit. She's despicable, but those toes, that ass, that fit, woo! Still love her, but not for me. I love her from afar, not up close. And that's on God. Hezzy fam lucky to be alive. She asked nicely. Stop. Fred's diabolical. She's despicable, bro. Bell talk about harms and shit. Anime Bell wants only one. Oh, interesting. I just realized, where the hell is Loki family while Aizen is fighting for her life? Aren't they the only people that can fight Freya family? Not really. Yes, but not really. From my understanding and the depiction of the Freya family, I think the weakest person in the Freya family, like, can low diff just about every single other familiar on their in their own right. Like, I learned the hard way 2 episodes ago or 1 episode ago when the Cheniboyo dude in the Freya familia was like fighting the tavern girls and completely fucked them up. I was like, I know that I'm supposed to believe he's strong, but I didn't think he was stronger than Ryu. He made Ryu look like a level 1, bro. He made Ryu look like a level 1. So, like, the way I see it is like the Freya, yeah, somebody could step up to the Freya family, but not the whole Freya family. Like, they could like take out one. Some people would say skill issue. I disagree. Eyes did this citywide assault. I think Eyes is one of the few people who could actually step up to the Freya family and probably, like, wipe a couple people out. But outside of Eyes, like, I don't think, like, if Bell had to fight them, I don't think Bell could beat most of them, bro. I think Bell loses to like actually I think Bell loses to everybody in the Freya family right now. I think if Hestia levels him up, it kind of closes the gap a little bit. But I don't think he beats a single one of the Freya family's minions. I mean he no Horn he low diffed Horn. He definitely did Horn. Horn he got. What allies? What allies? What allies? Against the Freya family, there's no allies. Everybody knew what she did to Ishtar. There's no allies, bro. I know Bell's level 4. I know Bell's level 4 because we were bitching that Hestia didn't put him at level 5. But that's just me. But we're gonna move on. All right, the next award, or I guess downgrade, is L episode of the week. Tower of God. Tower of God was so bad this week. I actually don't have anything to say. It legitimately left me speechless in the worst way possible. This episode of the bats and the doll stuff, and no, just no. I don't even know what the fuck I was supposed to do with the whole episode. I don't know what I was supposed to learn. I don't know what I was supposed to take away. I don't know what I was supposed to understand. I don't know why I was supposed to give a fuck about Prince like being his own man. None of the episode meant shit to me. The animation was bad. The dialogue was ass. We had literally no fucking progression outside of Jovial Grace is up next, and they showed some. The best part of the episode was they showed some endorsee cleavage. Literally the best part of the episode. I am so mad at Tower of God because the last episode was actually a good fucking episode, story wise. Just to come back and give me this fucking nothing burger, I took it personal. At this point, I take Tower of God very personal every time they have a bad episode. I take it very fucking personal because I don't know what we're doing. I truly feel like we've completely lost the plot. I know we're supposed to be fighting this workshop battle. Somebody's gonna win Emily. We're gonna find out Emily is like an actual person stuck in a machine or something of the sort that needs to be saved. Everybody's slowly but surely finding out that Bam is Jew Grace Riol. I understand what we're supposed to be doing, but I don't know what the fuck this episode had to do with anything. I don't fucking know. And then here come the manhwa niggas talking about, oh, in the manhwa they did this and the manhwa they did. Yeah, that's all cool, but I'm talking about the anime, baby. Anime is doing shit for me right now. I feel like I'm being played with and my time is getting wasted. I still look forward to Tower of God because I know Tower of God got the sauce, man. I know they can do it. I know they can fucking do it. I know they're cooking something. I just know it. But god damn it, I'm hungry and I don't want to wait another 3 hours to fucking eat, mom. I want the food now. Oh, oh. Okay, I'm glad I got that out. I'm glad I got that out because I ain't gonna lie to you. That was sitting on my chest for a couple days. It really was. Cause bro, assuming how it works with Lynn Norris for Bell to be held back. I think like Pokemon to get your Pikachu. No, Hestia said she was holding him back. No, Hestia. Okay, let me backtrack to the Bell thing. Hestia literally said she was holding Bell back because once you break level 5, there's other familias and other guilds that will come and try to recruit you and bother you because people making it to level 5 and past level 5. It's not a lot of people have done it. There's not a lot of level 5s around from my understanding. Like once you hit level 5, you're like the top like 10% of all adventurers of all fucking time in all of known history. The way that it's being talked about hitting level 5. So she's trying to protect Bell from these motherfuckers that would want to bring him into dangerous situations, make him join dangerous guilds, go on dangerous missions, and just flat out just being away from the familia so she didn't upgrade him to level 5. That's what I'm supposed to understand. That's what she said she didn't do it for. That's why she said she didn't do it yet. So like that's my understanding. Whether it's hell level 5s that aren't in play, I don't know that. I don't know that. I don't know that. Like Rio and her maid girls, I don't are they level 5? I thought they're just level 4s. But again, I also a lot of times when it comes to danmachi, I don't know if I'm supposed to know certain people's levels and shit. I don't know if I'm supposed to already know it or I'm supposed to assume or it's one of those things like it's been told to me and I just don't know it's been told to me, or like it kind of gets revealed later. So that's why I say that. That's why I say that. But anyways, we're gonna move on to the next award of the week. Best plot twist. The best plot twist is realizing that the dragon from ReZero in the last episode was not Lust, and realizing it might be someone they know, not realizing that it's somebody they know. They beat they monkey ass, bro. Crush San was like whoom, whoom, whoom. Subaru like whipped it, was like whoosh, whoosh, hit that shit with the whip a couple times, like it was 17-20. It was fucking insane. I thought that was one of the best plot twists because it's kind of right, like I said it earlier, it's kind of right there in your face. When we meet Lust as a dragon, Lust the dragon is talking. When we encounter this dragon, when we ran away from gluttony, we ran away from gluttony and we jump into this room. We jump into the room and the dragon roars. It starts roaring and we think that it's trying to start some shit, but it's not trying to start shit. It's either trying to get their attention or trying to warn them. And like, it's just one of those things where it's like, yo, that is fucking creative and that is crazy. Because I promise you, a lot of people watched that and they were just confused. They were just confused, like, wait, why is the dragon that we beat up earlier trying to help us? And they didn't realize that means that's somebody that we actually know. Or somebody who knows who they are and realizes they're the heroes. That's just my guess. And I thought it was a fantastic plot twist. Also, shout out, what's going on, Zachary? Shout out to honorable mention to the cat from Dan the Dan being Turbo Baba. I wasn't ready for that either. That was fucking interesting. I really thought that the outro cat was just like, I don't know. I thought it was like an alien or a ghost, and it was just something like I didn't know it was actually gonna be part of the story. So to see it come into play like in real time was fucking dope. And for it to be like I thought, like, and it's funny because in the episode I was like, man, I'm really mad we got rid of her because I really thought OKARUN was just gonna like find a way to harness and like channel her powers, and I thought she was gone, but she wasn't gone, and now she's here, but now his nuts aren't, but he still has access to the power, which is dope. So honorable mention to Turbo Baba. Honorable mention. All right, let's get into the next one. Top assist. Top assist of the week goes to the GOAT AIZEN for coming through and saving Soul Society once again, showing these weak ass Shinigami that your sword isn't your only source of power. Spiritual pressure hados are valid as fuck, bro. I said it earlier, I'll say it again. I love whenever the Soul Reapers don't just rely on the goddamn sword. They don't just rely on their Zanpakuto. They don't rely on the release. They don't just rely on their Bankai. I love it when anybody's gonna be like, yo, Hado number 22. Like, what the fuck ever. I feel like the Hados have been so grossly underused. It actually bothers me. It bothers me a lot. I ain't gonna lie to you. It bothers me a lot that the Hados are so massively underused. I feel like there's a lot that we're leaving on the table with not using them. But I believe in Kubo, so if Kubo's not using them for a reason, I'm going to sit back and understand. But this is why every time I see Aizen, I remember Aizen's the only one out here using his full fucking arsenal to destroy anything and everything in his way. And for that, I appreciate the fuck out of him. I also do know, story wise, it's been said already, that some of the Hados require long incantations. They require prep time. Some of them require you to have setup. And it's one of those things like, I get it. But I know that not everybody can be like Aizen and just use Hados freely without incantations. But I would be cooking up incantations on the regular, bro. I would just be cooking up incantations. I ain't gonna hold you. I just but yeah, so shout out to Aizen for helping Soul Society and also, just being a badass in general. So he gets top assist of the week. Um, did I have an honorable mention for a top assist? No, I didn't have an honorable mention for top assist of the week. But yeah, Aizen was doing the damn thing. Next, we're gonna get into VA of the week. We get into the homie OKARUN. Why? Because I'm not gonna lie, between him and the Belcrano VA, who for a little while I thought was the same person, those two are both always turning the fuck up. I don't know if it's because of the way they're written. I don't know if it's because like they're just kind of given like a more range that currently. I know Bel Chronos VA this season has been some of his best work. His range is absolutely insane this season. They're letting him go off. But Okarun's VA goes from otaku talk to insecurity talk to boasting talk. Like, yeah, girl, like you need to stop talking about me like that. And he just go, and then yes, of course, he goes into the form and he turns into a super fucking cool guy. The range of the VA has been amazing. I love a VA that can really that can really orate and move his voice across the ranges and make me feel and believe all the things he's doing. He's fucking goated, bro. He's fucking goated, bro. Ogren looks so thugging, the glasses go kind of crazy. They do, right? In that form. No, facts, 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 facts. But yeah, um, I really think the VA, Okarun's VA's ability to make you feel his loneliness, insecurity, pain, frustration, but also excitement, like in the span of one scene, is beautiful. Perfect example, the scene, again, I'm gonna reference this one again. The scene where Okarun goes to Momo's classroom to tell her that he doesn't have his nuts, and they're having the whole back and forth. Beautiful. When they're sitting on the benches like next to each other and they're like leaning and just barely missing each other, and they're really thinking about their insecurities, and they're like, oh man. And then they bump into each other and things get excited. Fantastic fucking range. So VA of the week goes Okarun's VA. I'm giving to him. I had a couple other VAs in my head that I wanted to give it to, but honestly, I feel like his like I'm not gonna lie, Les's VA performance was pretty fucking good, especially in the Talk No Jutsu. Switching from pressing him to being all QT, it was a good performance. But yeah, there's just something about Okarun's VA, man. I don't know. I feel like Okarun is just so. Maybe it's just one of those things. Like as a shonen, he's just so fucking relatable that it just hits me in the right way, man. I do. Bro, I was like Capella VA. You know that's Delta's VA from Eminence. Oh, is it really? Oh, of course it is. That makes so much sense. That makes so much fucking sense. All right, next award. We're getting to Best Boy and Best Girl. Best Girl of the Week goes to Momo for one, not only lifting up Okarun every chance she gets. She's at the gate. He was gonna walk past her. She didn't let that happen. She went looking for him at lunch, wanting to share time and speak to him, and went looking for him in all the right places, mind you. And then three, for standing up for her man, boy. Cause that girl was mean. She wasn't a bitch, but she was mean to him for no reason. And she made sure that girl got her comeuppance. Just kind of dropped the tub on her. And and my favorite part, the reason why she gets best girl, she claimed Okarun out loud. Jumped on him, grabbed him by the arm, said, "Hey, we're walking home together," and then started bigging him up and then walked his ass out that school. Ain't nobody in that school cannot say that they are not homies. Matter of fact, because it's a school, they're mostly gonna be like, oh yeah, they're dating. Look at them, they're dating, which is fine. But she really stamped in his whole, and his heart and his soul. She's like, I am not afraid to claim you in front of people. I'm not afraid to be your friend. We are friends. And if you didn't believe me, now you fucking better. If that's not best girl energy, I don't know what the fuck is, bro. If that isn't what a best girl does, then you need to show me. Fucking fire. Also, she's just fucking cute. The crab shit, her eating the fucking crab is absolutely fucking ridiculous. I still don't know why they did this. I still don't know why she's tearing up the crab like this. It confuses me to this day, but at the same time, like, do we actually have to ask? She's a fucking gremlin, bro. She's a perfect little gremlin. If I no, I was gonna say if I had a Momo when I was in high school, I had a Momo, bro. Yeah. Shout out to the Momos of the world. Shout out to y'all, man. I can't say that enough. Good shotty. She's something but girl you isn't it, in my opinion, is that she's in the trendy stuff for boxing. I don't know. When they're in trouble getting behind, they call her as a Gairyu. Yeah, I still don't quite understand what that term means. I thought that that term was for like girls in Japan that were into like popular pop culture. So like they did the hip stuff, they talk hip. Some of them have tans, they kind of dress a little bit more Western. You know, I feel like it was the Japanese girls. I'm just gonna say it's the Japanese girls that had a little bit more of a Western aesthetic. They had very much a Western aesthetic. That's what I always took as Garyu as. I don't see her as that though. She's just cool. I don't know. She's just cool. So I don't know if that's the same thing. Gen Z crap? Probably. Best Boy Award goes to Grimjow. I know you guys didn't see this one coming. Nobody saw this coming. Best Boy goes to Grimjow for coming back to help his son Ichigo after he done ran his motherfucking pockets. I was excited for the Hollows pull up. The first frame where you see like the thing from Hueco Mundo's coming, you see a figure and it's like, who is that? Who could that be? And then at the end, you get the reveal. Surprise, Grimjow, bitch. And when he sees the homie Ichigo, he's like, Ichigo, he's like, Kurosaki. And then Ichigo's like, Grimjow. Fucking beautiful moment, man. It was fucking dope. He's coming through. He's gonna come. He's gonna come. He's gonna give his all. And he's gonna put in some motherfucking work. He really just got best boy because, to be honest with you, there was a lot of best boys this week that I just had a real hard time choosing from. But the Grimjow reveal was so dope that I was like, yeah, that's who I'm gonna go with best boy. Cause he's pulling up to run these fucking Quincy pockets. We're gonna run some Quincy pockets. We're gonna make sure we get the get back for what he did in Hueco Mundo. We'll make sure we beat his motherfucking ass. So yeah, best boy goes to Grimjow for saving this, for coming through, and once again, gonna save Ichigo, his son. Gary is probably a girl that's really into fashion and non-conformance. They've been around since '90s. Most technically, Gary just not a tanned one. That's fair. That's fair. Thanks for the alert, Bria. Next award we're getting into, episode of the week. I'm right now currently giving episode of the week to motherfucking zero. I cannot stress enough. It was the most hype. It hit all cylinders. It had hands. It had VAs. It had waifus. It had flexing. It had pain. It had helplessness. It had world building, story building. It truly delivered a total package of anime and what I would call a damn near perfect episode. Dan was fire, very close. Bleach this week was amazing, a little bit slow, but also had all the right elements of a classic Bleach episode. I just happen to feel like ReZero was just a little bit better, firing on all cylinders. I think ReZero right now, the element ReZero has over everything this week is I am most looking forward to what's happening in ReZero next. ReZero this week left me with a lot of questions, a lot of wondering, a lot of what the fuck are we doing? How do we fix this? Everything else, I have my curiosities peaked, of course. ReZero had me like, yo, I need the next episode today. Like, I know I just watched an episode. I need the episode you're gonna drop next week. I need it in the next 5 minutes, or we're gonna fucking have a problem. As you can see, I did not get that episode. So the fucking problem we have is that I love bad bitches, and here we are. But no, mostly jokes. But yeah, the episode of the week definitely goes to ReZero. Had everything in spades. If I had to be honest with you, I'd rate ReZero this week as like a 9.8. I'd put Dan as a 9.6 and Bleach as a 9.5. If I'm just giving an arbitrary numbers out of 10 to describe to you as best how I decided what I liked, that's what I'm giving the episode votes this week for sure. Everything else is probably like everything else is pretty well rated. But for those three, when it came to like, yo, what am I giving the episode of the week to? Yeah, ReZero had everybody beat just by a little bit. Just by a little bit. But yeah. So the last award of the night goes to Best Animation. And of course, we're giving that to Bleach. The way they animated Aizen and his powers and how he stopped Yabuaya's little eye things was fucking dope. I love the fact that Captain Mayuri came through with Nemu, best girl Nemu, hell yeah, and shut down Aizen. Everything they drew and depicted in the Bleach episode this week was fucking fantastic. Not a single frame was wasted or missed. Even the way they animated Aizen getting pieced up a little bit, and he's just like, it was fucking dope. It was all around fucking beautiful. Another Bleach has always been a beautiful anime to watch, but like their use of lighting and color scheme is bar none some of the best. Like even the way they light up Aizen's face with the purple in the background. Oh shit. Mayuri pulling up with his golden fur coat. So anytime he's on the screen, you got his ugly ass face in the middle, but then you got gold all around it, looking like a shining star. It's fucking fire, man. No misses, man. Yuruchi looking fine as fuck as always. Every time they put that girl on the screen, I just want to lick the fucking TV. Oh my god. Even when they had all the tiny eyes attacking the Soul Reapers, I like that, like, none of the two, like, little creatures looked the same. All of them were very individualistic. They looked similar, but not all of them were the same. So it's a little touches that you put in that I really appreciate. And of course, Byakuya dropping a Senso Bakura and like trying to eliminate them. The fucking flowers which is disappearing. Whole fucking episode was animated beautifully. I think Dan had, good animation, but there was nothing they really had to go off on. Like go off, when I say go off, like they didn't, like, it was like the last episode that was overwhelmingly beautiful. Re Zero actually had fire ass animation, right? There's specifically one scene in Re Zero where there's like an explosion, and even in the explosion, they animated the girl like getting her back blown out from the explosion, and then there's a frame where the dude is diving to save her, and I really appreciated it. But I Bleach just like cinematically and color wise, Bleach just looked amazing. I can't really put my finger on what I'm trying to describe, but like things that were drawn in Bleach just drew my eyes to it a little bit more. But yeah, Aizen's chin had the best animation for real. Shut up. Uh the skirts are a little short, which I didn't notice. This guy. He actually gives away to actual Garyu. I see what you guys are talking about. But yeah, so that is the end of the show notes. That is the end part of the awards. All weekly awards have been handed out. I think we're gonna end this episode of Sauce Maho Radio here. We actually went extra fucking long, but we did have a call. We had some extra stuff, so y'all gonna have a nice little thicky episode. If you made this far, if you made it to the end of this episode, comment down below. Garyus are best girls. That's what I see. If you're on YouTube or if you're on Spotify, make sure you leave a comment. Say Garyus are best girl. I have been Director Nasty, your host, or DN, formerly known as Director Nasty. This has been episode 5 of Sauce My Whole Radio. Make sure you drink your water, eat your food, exercise, and don't forget that this is not a podcast, it's a radio show. I'll see you in the next one.